Yo, we're back with more Shadow Hearts 3. Pick up where we left off on our way to Moana Village. I left a note to myself to swap Shania back into the party. Do that here. Cool. Moana Village, here we go. This guy.
You give me the creeps. All that laughing.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I'm just a little bit excited. You see, scholars from all over the world have been searching for this something for over 100 years. Without success, of course. That is, up until now. That's where Lady's headed. Straight to the lost ruins of Vilcabamba.
There you go. Stock jungle sounds in the background. One of these days I'm going to go through and make a sub soundboard that's just recognizable stock sound effects. Pottery shattering sound .wave. Meat splat 14 .wave. Creaky gate. Castle
Looks like
Thunder,
a dead
yeah.
end.
No, it can't be. But of course, it's got to be it.
What? What are you babbling about?
It's got to be way down inside there. Vilcabamba!
So how do we get down there?
There's a lot of like
Yes, well,
squishing
let's see.
noises and meat slapping noises for punching
We should
effects.
ask those people. I'll wager you they'll have some idea.
Oh, I thought it was going to be our party. Okay. Grandmother's waiting in the house at the very back. Tell her that you're all here. Yeah, right. It wouldn't be out of character for this game. This game is like that scene in Futurama where they're talking about Pastorama. Like Einstein and Hammurabi are in a hot air balloon together. Let's disco dance, Hammurabi. Dynamite! This is what the past was really like. It's like that, but for the Japanese take on, like, America and American mythology. I think I have some of these already. You don't have all the cards, okay. Don't have the cards I want. Don't have the cards I want. Stop it. I got it. Oh my god. There we go. Aqua resist. Pockle, the daddy's boy. Level-headed tiny. Women in this village can catch fish from the sea and cut wood from a nearby mountain. When I get big, I'm going to be a witch. Then I'm going to sprinkle love and courage to the village. Okay. I wonder if Johnny's ever going to become more important in this story. Picked up a bottle with a letter in it. From birth, we inherit a mission from our ancestors. No, I don't care about our mission. I just want my husband to return safely. Dad's been getting ready to travel. Hold on, let me try to adjust something here. That's better. He was gonna cry. I'm in a pickle. The deadline for the contest is next week, but my brush just won't paint. In a slump shoal. Wonder if there's a glamorous model somewhere who can make a strong impression on me. Grandmother's in the house. You have important things to discuss, so I'll wait outside. Hail Solid Stellar? Don't think I have that yet. Let me check. Mostly been using the Heal Stellars because attack magic in this game isn't great. I don't even have one. I don't think I can see a list of stellars separately, right? Pisces might have it. Try the blue square here. Here we go, Hell Solid. Medium damage area, hits 3 times. Okay. That's the giant gangster slash actress cat who busted out Al Capone. Uses the Pisces stellar chart right now.
I thank you very much for making such a long journey.
These games are like Barkley, Shut Up and Jam Gaiden, but sincere.
Okunaga is my name.
Well, I never would have imagined that I would find any of my family here.
The way that I've come to understand it, we ended up splitting from the northern tribe hundreds of years ago. I regret changing such a pleasant subject, but I have some rather complicated news to tell you about. You see, there are 3 ruins upon this continent. And this is where Malice, the Red Light, has been sealed away. However, someone has committed the unthinkable, and they have already broken the seals of 2 of the 3 ruins.
Do you mean you cut the content for 2?
I believe you are chasing the ones responsible for these actions.
Kinda,
Is
sort of.
this true?
Yes, it's all true. But how do you know all this?
The spirits are my teachers in almost everything I have ever learned. But this situation I have only heard about in ancient legend. The legend says that the red light will be released from the 3 monuments, and then will the gate be summoned to this world.
Gate?
Gate? Quote unquote
Yes.
gate? Did she use scare quotes?
The gate is a huge portal that connects the world.
Whenever I
now
see
live
that,
in
I
to
assume
the
that in the
other world,
Japanese version that word
the
was like
world of spirit.
actually in English.
The world in which the gate is opened will plunge into chaos and anarchy, eventually in the end to collapse.
Oh my god!
You mean the world will be destroyed?
Oh, it was in subtitled.
exaggerating,
Thank you,
right?
Frank.
I understand that this is not easy to believe.
American
For
Business Ninja.
myself, I haven't yet seen this gate.
It's a good question to say.
However, you've seen it, have you not? Many red lights released from the ruin.
Yeah, it didn't go great. I won those boss fights and it happened anyway.
We also learned of this horrific event from the prophetic words of our ancestors written long ago. We have no reason to doubt them.
And so, you're asking us to stop this, right?
Men from our village are heading to Vilcabamba, the last
She really
ruin
gleaned a lot
still
from that rock.
remains intact. They go even as we speak, though no one knows whether they will succeed. This is why I have asked you all to come here. Dear ones, I want you to be there in case they should fail.
Hey, not fun.
We can't do it. I'm very sorry. More importantly, tell us where Vilcabamba is, if you don't mind.
If I tell you, what will you do?
I'll kill that woman!
No! Why do you think I asked all of you to come here in the first place?
Something about the animations in these cutscenes.
I can see I'm wasting my breath.
Very PS2 era.
This is the way to Vilcabamba. It's all written down here. Do as you please.
They look odd because
Thank
like
you.
their faces don't emote completely, and I don't think most of them are
Please,
mocapped.
don't go throwing your life away. A needless waste.
Goodbye.
There's a lot of it in like Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy X. Arrowroot. The world's best dad, lol. The sound of the waves is just like the laughter of my son. He will never return here again. Just us guys. Well, at least they're really close to a save point. In case they have any items I need to cheese. Let me check. What's up, dudes? About the same thing in the Grand Canyon, but I like the atmosphere of these kinds of villages. Don't see many young men around here. At least it helps me focus on business. Don't know that I have any upgrades that I really want to do here. Frank. Already got the MP reduction for all of the heal spells. Could change the slot's level, but I don't really need it right now. Oh, good luck with buying the house. I'm sorry you have to mow a lawn. It's high on my list of least favorite things to do on this earth. The HP, MP reduction on Arc Heal. Let me see if the shop has anything that I want to gamble for here. Okay. No weapon upgrades right now for the characters I'm currently using. Armor upgrades. No, maybe not. Wait. Yeah, the poncho's an upgrade. Okay. So is the samba for the women characters. Just saved. With the ponchos first. A samba? Okay, I can buy them all at once. I'll reload if I fuck up the discount though. First try. I don't know how far you are along in the process, not of him, but if you want anyone to look over your mortgage note and stuff, I'd be happy to help. A lot of time working in the mortgage department and the bank, so I know a lot about what can go wrong. Yeah, right. It's a longer commitment than you'll make for anything else in your life. You're free of the prison sentence of having a child after 18 years, but Most mortgages are 30-year agreements. And the way they're set up to amortize is super fucked up. I love how we go out to Moana Village and Shania is like, we're from the same tribe. And it's like, in the sense that you're both indigenous, I guess? Very Japanese hot take, right? And of course, she comes from the Grand Canyon. I'll extend that offer to anyone else that's looking to get a mortgage, particularly in the United States. I'm more than happy to look at your notes and escrow analysis and all that stuff. Let you know what to look out for. Sailor Dan almost got hosed on their mortgage.
This is horrible.
Too bad. No one survived.
It's historically low as far as interest rates go.
It's that woman.
That's because everyone's
Again.
like, oh my god, don't buy a house now. The market's about
Come
to
on.
crash and house prices about to tank. So they're doing everything they can to get people to buy stuff. The low interest rates. The mouse sounds so sad about that. This looks like the entrance. Let's try riding it. Like an elevator? Oh, cool. Always. This place is cool. Is this an actual South American ruin, Vilcabamba? Hey, look. Right around him. Hard to believe ruins like this are under our feet. Let's get that woman before the red light is released. Okay, Shania. Yeah, it seemed really safe. A good place to build one of these. I think it's malice that comes out of the volcano. Or something. That makes sense.
Them again.
I don't think they've done that
Lady,
before.
I'm gonna stay here.
I don't remember that.
They won't get in the way again.
Oh,
There's
nice.
no
Six
way
gun.
those runts can beat me.
I allowed them to run free in the first place so I'd be able to check up on Lady's power. Wonder if that was such a good idea.
Do we need inner monologue for
First,
Igor?
I may not break the seal. I understand, Mr. Killer. I'll look after Lady, don't you worry.
Wait. You're not going anywhere, little man. Get this straight. I don't trust you one teeny tiny bit. So no way I'm letting you alone with her.
Hey.
It's incredible that this game manages to be weirder than Shadow Hearts 2. This block will move like the one we first got here. I don't want it to. I want to use the save point first. No, it's a little ice slice. Gotta do all four of them. I instinctively went to go equip Diablo Snow Encounters from Final Fantasy VIII. Nope. I don't have my document that Nodovan sent me pulled up that has the list of things that I should be taking pictures of. Let's see if I can pull it up here. I may have lost it the last time my Chromebook had to restart. Oh, random encounters on this floor, it looks like, though. That's nice. Oh, disregard. I missed the Disc 1 battle name. Wowlorito. Okay. His current weapon is a tube of fireworks. Because Shadow Hearts. Snap cards. Here we go. Should just put this on Google Docs at some point. So I need 4 Wowloritos,
Okay,
2
look over here.
Tinderoses.
Smile and say cheese.
Murder Day is a good song. Hey, these look like the Dick Scorpions from in the tunnel to go to Wales. The Wowloritos. Maybe they're cousins. There's 2.
Okay, look over here. Smile and say cheese.
Wouldn't it be great if this developer came out like we saw with Suikoden?
Look over here. Smile and say cheese.
I assume they still have the rights to it. They could keep making new Shadow Hearts games. I would back it though. Schmatto Schmarts.
Okay, look over here. Smile and say
I feel like
cheese.
Suikoden has so many like identifying features where you can make it clear that that's what you're making. How do you sell it as it being Schmatto Schmarts? I guess there's the Judgment Ring, and there's the completely ridiculous pants on head globetrotting story. Give me more ridiculous Japanese alternate history games. You ever run into Sherlock? No. Had Lawrence of Arabia, right? I don't think they would do Sherlock. They would do Arthur Conan Doyle. You don't run into any. Well, I mean, there's obviously a ton of characters in the game that are fictional. I know, right?
Okay, look over here. Smile and say cheese.
Doesn't the last Sherlock story go into the public domain in like 3 or 4 years or something, though?
Look over here. Smile and say cheese.
Next year. I don't know what that crime art status effect is. It's not an uncommon mistaken assumption. Talking about this when we were doing the Star Trek TNG watch parties in Discord, that all of the writers' team of Star Trek TNG assumed that Sherlock was public domain. And it wasn't until after they did the Data episode of Moriarty that Conan Doyle stayed in contact with them and was like, hey, don't fucking do that. We'll sue you. Pay us next time. That's why you don't see Moriarty for several seasons after that episode. To further in the future, say it's like the 6th season, do all the Cold War things. Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of space for them to have fun with weird Japanese take on real-world events and locations. Like, it's really stupid, but it's stupid in an extremely fun way. Oh yeah, we'll take this magic cat actress mobster person to go bust out Al Capone. Oh, Al Capone's sister is possessed by a demon. That makes sense. Carrying empathetic homes are in the books that are in the public domain yet. Interesting. I feel like that's what they could do with Schmatto Schmarts, like make it about fictional characters instead of historical characters. Like, I'd like to see a Shadowheart style League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, right? Wormy Worm. What an enemy name.
Okay, look over here. Smile and say cheese.
HP, MP. I haven't really used very much yet. Trying to like put my finger on what Shadowheart's take on these things feels like. It's not just... It's kind of like, you know, something like Braveheart, where Braveheart is an American's understanding of Scotland. There's very little actual research done to make it accurate. And like mixing characters from different timelines and that sort of thing. Different eras, I should say. But it's like, if this character or location is known enough in popular culture that you might only know about it because it appeared in a movie at one time, it's like second-hand historical information, but now it's third-hand because it's in this video game and it's not based on any primary sources at all, right? People are having stream issues? No dropped frames over here. The Doyle say we're illegally copyright trolling. They owned a licensing fee for use of the character based on the last few books. I see. They're like, that's nonsense. Doesn't work that way. Wowarito. Such a weird enemy name. I think I got both of my snaps on these already. I don't think I really nailed it. I'm trying to describe that this game is like, it's not just like something like Braveheart, where it's an American misunderstanding something from history and like compressing timelines and including characters and costume styles that don't really fit just because they're like, that's what Scotland is, right? It's not just that they didn't do enough research, it's that there was no research. They never looked at the primary source. They only know about the Grand Canyon because of like second party or third party or fourth party sources, right? It's like it's shown up in a movie they saw once in a Western. So this game is based on their understanding of the Grand Canyon as it exists in some Western movie they watched once. And it's wonderful as a result. It's like, in something like Braveheart, it's frustrating because the movie's trying to tell this like historical drama, or like The Patriot, and it's just completely falling on its face. What I'm saying is keep Mel Gibson out of Shadow Hearts and it will continue to be great. That's all you gotta do. It's like, it's not even that it's historical fiction, because it's describing it as historical is an offense to history. Historical fan fiction, maybe? Lays out just how silly it is. The silliness is why it's fun rather than being annoying, right? History-themed JRPG nonsense.
Look over here. Smile and say cheese.
I think it being the Japanese perspective definitely contributes to it feeling fun rather than frustrating. There's like a certain level of innocence to it being a Japanese game, I guess. Yeah, and I think that something like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter is going to struggle from being too self-aware. That makes sense. Like, it's not being done... It's like it's trying to be bad on purpose, maybe. I don't know. I feel like you could do something like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter if you never ever winked at the camera and you played it completely straight. It's why I like roll my eyes at something like Sharknado, where it's like, okay guys, you're trying to be silly. It doesn't work when I can tell that you're trying. It's a weird space. How do you make intentional schlock? I feel like, as far as Western creators go, Quentin Tarantino kind of threads that needle. I have my own issues with Quentin Tarantino that I've talked about before. I don't like that he's so bad. Well, from my perspective, I feel like he's bad at ending stories. Great at setup and then ultra-violence and it's over. We've got a couple movies that end well. But his two, like, historical fan fiction movies, Inglourious Bastards and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I think, did a pretty good job with it. The Man Who Killed Hitler and Bigfoot is good. Tactics game called Other Side. What's it about? Because I think there are,
Like
like,
I'm the win.
very serious efforts at writing alternate history and historical fiction, you know, like Man in the High Castle as far as historical fiction or alternate histories go. And then you have like the standard sort of artistic license you need to take to tell an interesting story that's set in history, like Hamilton. And those aren't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something that's very silly, like this, or like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Goth girls with red scarves killing their own genetic memories. Right on. They're playing it straight. We use the yellow portals to get through, it looks like. How many tents am I sitting on? 19, okay. God, I hope it's good though. I hate Sucker Punch so much. It might be my single most hated piece of media I've ever seen. It's shocking isn't the right word, baffling isn't the right word. I have never seen something so obviously aiming for a target and like basically turn around and shoot at the opposite of that target. It's almost worth watching just to be in awe. I've heard good things about Pride and Prejudice and zombies, yeah. Andrea would probably like that. She likes the original Pride and Prejudice. Like, it seems to take it kind of seriously. How would this story actually play out if there were zombies? It's not just like LOL zombies. Yeah, Andrea randomly threw on Sucker Punch because it was recommended to her on like HBO Now or something. And I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe this is real. Wish I could hit all of them. I don't think I can get away with it. Sounds cool. I know, right, Ludifex? It definitely has those, you know, great Zack Snyder visuals. It's wrong in so many ways. One of the ways it's incredibly wrong, though, is that whenever I talk about, and I haven't really been able to put my finger on what to call this or notice if like someone in media has already coined it, but it's that slow motion shit where it's like everything is shot in a way that is completely bereft of a sense of peril or danger. Like the characters are all doing twin snakes, kick flipping off of missiles all the time, but it's just noise at some point. You can't be concerned for the characters because nothing is ever shot in a way to suggest to you that they're actually in any sort of trouble. It's weird because some stories can do things like that, and when it happens occasionally, it's fine. It's like everybody liked when it happened in The Matrix.
Not even worth mentioning.
Well, The Matrix, it's weird to me because, like, that the first Matrix movie has a very elevated sense of peril all the time. Like, it does a really good job of making you very concerned for all of the characters, you know? And it might be that it mostly uses the slowdown effect only when the heroes are fighting obvious grunts that aren't meant to be a challenge for them, or only by the agents that are meant to be an insurmountable challenge for the heroes. And it's that people saw that movie and they're like, oh, this crazy slowdown action effect is really cool. You know, I'm just going to use that all the time in my movie. And I was like, no, it works in those specific scenes. Don't wreck it. Because in this case, it's this scary character that we're supposed to be worried about, you know? Or these are the heroes going up against enemies that we're not supposed to be worried about, unlike the agents. John Wick doesn't really have any slowdown stuff. I keep coming back to it, but it's just a great example of a movie where the main character is, like, comically powerful. Is basically One Punch Man. John Wick's never gonna die, you know. But the movies do a really good job of making you worried for him. There are all the snow fight scenes where you're just like, oh my god, get it over with. I get it, you know. Let's see. These enemies are placed in a way that makes it frustrating. It's not just slow-mo. There are just ways of doing things, ways of shooting things that make it clear that no characters are in any danger. Slow-mo is probably one of the biggest offenders.
Okay, look over here. Smile and say cheese.
Used to show how a character actually is in peril, right? See this extend. It's tough to balance. Like, it's cool to see some action scenes where the hero does some really exciting feats, right? And I think that's why I keep coming back to John Wick when this comes up, because there's a lot of really fucking awesome shit that happens in those movies that are completely, like, over the top and ridiculous, but at no point does it cheat to do that, right? Came up a reasonable amount in the Final Fantasy VII Remake. There are a decent number of Nomura action scenes in that. Wow. Forget Blind Ring. I don't know what any of their rings look like. Yeah, they earned the stunt. That's a good way to put it. There's no camera shenanigans. I need to kill one of these things. Kill the learning arm. Raise Johnny first. I think I can switch to the one that can heal, right? With Serene. It's like a combination of wanting there to be a sense of peril for the characters that we're invested in, and also action scenes that don't just happen for the sake of there being action, which is another big problem with Sucker Punch. Like, all of the action in that movie is just because Zack Snyder wanted a scene of somebody fighting Nazi zombies on the back of a dragon or whatever the fuck happens in that movie. Like, none of the action is motivated by the story. You're never like, oh, okay, they have to go do this to do this, and the consequences for failure are this, and the consequences for success are this. So it's just, here's another scene. Sherlock Holmes should have been in the public domain 1980 to 1998. Then they retroactively extended copyright. That was because of Disney. The whole infinity plus 1 day thing they have going on. I'm gonna have to use a tent once Nathan runs out of MP here. Go down this green one, should be progress. I'm gonna try to stop at 16 hours. We've gone over by about 8 minutes in this game due to time getting to a save point. It'd be good to be stopping in the middle of an actual dungeon instead of a cutscene. I'm gonna have to start backtracking now because I'm gonna get into some random battles on my way to it. Fruity fiber, minus 25 kilocalories. That's because one of your party members is a vampire, and she either turns into a fat girl or a thin girl or a vampire bat, based on how many calories she consumes. Because this game is bizarre. She has different abilities in each of those forms. Surprised they didn't put like an E at the end of the word form. Then vampire bat. So if I do more Ring Fit Adventure, eventually I'll unlock my vampire bat form. Right, because they can afford the lawsuit fees and most people can't. Guys, the difference between men and women. Men can be normal, butterfly mask, invisible, or vampire bat. Exactly. Gender roles are so restrictive in our society. Women can be invisible too. Or wear a butterfly mask. So those aren't dick scorpions, they're like... I need to get a closer look at them. Wow-a-rito. Sounds like something you'd get at Taco Bell. Something Owen Wilson would order at Taco Bell. In the UK, all of Sherlock Holmes has been in the public domain since 2000. Interesting. Oh, Steamboat Willie. I'm kidding. I hope I live to see a revamp of US copyright law. I have a feeling I won't. Place your bets as to who the current system benefits. '19 was the first time we got new public domain in ages. It's so good for creative works. You tent, future Marstead, you're doing a puzzle right now. You have to fill these pie slices The next one is down a level from where you are right now, so you have to go northeast to the green platform. Take it down. You need to find 2 more pie slices. That's all you gotta do for now. Total society breakdown, nullifying copyright. I know, right? Alright, and the last game for today is Celeste. Just give me a sec to spin it up here.